I love how this episode of Skeleton Knight ended, and it ended with the Hydra coming out and getting ready to attack by the monster tamer Fubu or whatever his name is. Um, and I think that's absolutely hilarious because we all know, like for a fact, that Hydra isn't going to stand a chance against our boy Ark. Okay. And I think we can all recognize that next episode's going to start and Ark is going to demolish that Hydra. The only thing that might lengthen the fight is that he's interested in that monster. When that monster came out, he was like, ooh, the regenerative monster, high class. So it must have been a monster that when he was playing the game that he had high interest in, or maybe gave him trouble, or something that was just like, we all have like our favorite enemies or monsters, right? When I play certain RPGs, or when I have played certain games, there's certain enemies that are like my favorite to fight because certain boss battles. The one game that comes to mind is like when I play Monster Hunter. There is like a few different like monsters that I really enjoy. Like Monster Hunter Rise, I really enjoy fighting the Magnamalo, right? Which is like the flagship monster. I enjoy fighting the Valstrix. So there are certain monsters that when they come, you're just like, ooh, yes, let's go. And you know their patterns, you know their attacks, you know their weaknesses, you know how to get one up on them. And it could just be really exciting. So I think that Ark was having that moment, especially being able to see this monster in person. So I think he was having that special moment within himself, which I think it's cute and it's really cool too. But we all know that he's gonna mop the floor with this monster. He's gonna, flash shift over to the Fubu guy, and he's either gonna kill this dude because he pissed him off, or he's going to heavily question this dude and injure this dude, and then kind of hand him over to Ariane to do whatever she wants to do, because obviously this dude did kill her people, or he was part of killing her people. The other important thing that Fubu, the information, I'm gonna keep calling him Fubu. Maybe his name was like not Fubu, but I'm gonna call him Fubu. The other information that Fubu shared with us too was those elves. Some of them were used as food, as fodder. Some of them were used, for his desires, as because he's one of those kind of dudes. But a lot of the other dark elves that he had absorbed or gotten at that point, they were given to the kingdom or the empire or whatever as experiments. So now we know at some point, as we kind of continue forward in the story, that we're going to be facing like evil dark elves, or experimental dark elves, or elves that were turned into monsters or something, and that will probably cause Ariane a lot of internal dismay and just like really like heartache. Speaking about heartache, I think the cutest thing this episode was how cute Ariane was as she got jealous. So Ark went and he went to go save a prostitute. That's basically the long and short of it. He went to go save a prostitute because he heard screaming. That's just what he does, right? I think that's what we would all do if we were in a position of just ultimate power as he is. But he went to go save this random girl. And she is very thankful and appreciative that he went and did that. So she's hanging all over him. During this time, he was supposed to go and meet Ariane, and she finds him first, and she sees this girl hanging all over him, and she's like, yo, who is this? And he tells her like, oh, I saved her, blah, blah, blah. And he keeps calling her, after that, she gets jealous, right? She's like, go home, go home. She gets jealous, and I don't think that she realizes that she's getting jealous, but she's definitely getting jealous. Then he calls her out on it. He's like, "Yo, why you beating putty? Why you being putty?" Which and I don't know if this is true, but the translation of the subtitles were like prickly. Why are you being prickly? But he's like, "Yo, you're being really putty," and then Pota's just like, she sure is, and he called her out twice for it, and she's just like stomping away. And the jealousy that she had is just like, it's the cutest. Like, it's just so freaking cute, and I loved it so much. So that definitely made the episode for me, outside of, Ark really showing off and the monsters and all that. We also got a really cool little flashback for Ariane as well, with her training with a friend, a cousin, an aunt or something, one of the elves, and she got a flashback when she was being mind controlled by that monster that the dude had. So that's just a little interesting callback as well. But enjoyable episode. Love the jealousy. Love the different monster stuff that they had there. Love showing off. Love that our little kitty ninja came to go save Ark. Love that the information that she was coming wasn't shared with Ark because Ariane had been putty putty. And I love that it stopped right when Ark was about to just mop the floor with this Hydra. So that's definitely going to be interesting next episode. I'll leave you guys on those thoughts there. Another solid episode this week. Another great episode of Skeleton Knight. Always enjoyable. Comedy's hitting. Plot's hitting. Character development's cool. The Ark nemesis. I love how they keep tying everything together when it comes to the villainy. Like they all tied it back now to the Monster Tamer, which is tied back to the Empire or the corrupt kingdom or whatever, which is going to be tied back to the princess that he saved. So they all have these like ties to one another, and I love how it's doing that. It's kind of weaving the story together. I think if you haven't noticed that, take notice of it because that's what the anime's been doing. It's been doing it really, really well. But I'm going to leave you guys on those thoughts there. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comments down below. Of course, as always, make sure you guys hit like before you guys leave. And remember, only 5% of you guys are subscribed. So hit subscribe and come back for another week as we transition very shortly here into summertime. Summertime. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.